welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do 3 candy recipes for Christmas. Now for this recipe you need chocolate almond bark, caramels, chopped pecans, and Rice Krispies cereal. You're going to go ahead and layer your caramels in a 2.5 quart dish and add 3 tablespoons of water. You're going to go ahead and add some Rice Krispie treats into a Ziploc bag and go ahead and crush it up, but not to where it's a powder, just to get them a little crushed. And you'll need to microwave the caramel until it's completely smooth. Make sure there's no chunks of caramel in there, that it's all melted. And after you do that, you're going to take your chopped pecans and you're going to add that to the caramel. And you don't want to add it all at one time, just add a little bit at a time, so that way it's easier to stir. And that's what I did here. Now go ahead and add the rest of it. And after you do that, you're going to go ahead and add your Rice Krispies cereal. And it starts to get a little thicker as you do this, so I just add a little bit at a time. And just make sure when you crush it up that it wasn't pulverized into powder. You still want to have the cereal sort of whole, but just a little crunched up. As you can see, it's a lot thicker than what I started with, and this is the consistency you want, because this will be the middle part of your candy. Take a cookie sheet and cover it with some non-stick aluminum foil. Do not use wax paper for this, because the candy will stick to it and you'll be peeling the paper off of the candy. I've done it before and it's not a good thing. But even though this is non-stick foil, I still have to put some butter on it so that way the candy doesn't stick to the foil. I've done it before where I did not use butter on it, and I was peeling aluminum foil off the candy. So make sure you put some butter on that. If you have a cookie scoop, you can go ahead and use that to put your candy mixture onto the foil. If you do not have one, then go ahead and use a spoon, and you'll need 2 of them because you're going to have to scrape that off of the other. But that'll work also. So either way, it'll work. Now once you have all the candy onto the cookie sheet, go ahead and put that in the refrigerator for half an hour so it can set up and get cold for the next step. And what you're going to do is take some almond bark and go ahead and take half of it. It's just easier to work with that way. Go ahead and melt it in the microwave and then stir it with a fork and just make sure that it's completely melted. There's no solid pieces in there. And then all you're going to do is take the candy that's out of the refrigerator and go ahead and start peeling them off. And you'll see how it sticks to it even with that butter, but it's a little easier than what I said before without it. Go ahead and put it into the chocolate, and you're just going to mix it around and make sure you get it coated completely. You want the chocolate all on it. And then just drip off any of the excess chocolate. When the chocolate starts getting low and you're not able to cover the candy anymore with it, go ahead and melt that second half of the bar and just continue to cover the candy and put it back on the foil. Now take the white chocolate and you want to go ahead and melt about 2 of the squares in the microwave and just stir it really well with a fork. And what you're going to do is take the fork and drizzle it over the chocolate really fast. And you want to do it that way just so it doesn't clump up on any of the chocolate candy. So just continue back and forth motion with it, and that's how you get the little white stripes on it. And I think it just makes it look nice. Now I hate to waste any of this chocolate, so I'll go and I'll peel off any of the excess that's on there, the little bits and pieces. I'll just put it in a bowl, and then I'll put it in a Ziploc bag, and when I have ice cream, then I'll just put it on top of the ice cream, and it makes a nice little treat. And also, if you have any of the chocolate that was melted, you can take that and drizzle it over ice cream, and it'll harden up. And I think that's a good little tip. Now with this candy, I like to cover them with saran wrap, just so that way it protects the white chocolate that's on top, especially when I'm layering it into a airtight container like this one. Now for this recipe, you're going to need 2 pounds of chocolate candy coating, 6 ounces of white chocolate baking bar, 12 ounces of white chocolate chips, 3 cups of dry roasted peanuts, 2.5 cups of pretzel twist, but you want them broken in small pieces, and some sprinkles. Now go ahead and add the 2 pounds of chocolate candy coating to your crock pot. And after you do that, you're going to go ahead and add the 12 ounces of white chocolate chips to it. Now that bag was only 11 ounces, so I bought a second bag and added about 1/4 of a cup to get 12 ounces. Now go ahead and on top, you want to add your 6 ounces of white chocolate baking bar. Now go ahead and cover it and put it on low so that way the chocolate can melt, and you want to check it and stir it about every 20 to 30 minutes up to an hour and a half, but it may be melted before then, but keep checking it and stirring it because it will burn. Now you need to have 2 packs of the white chocolate baking bars because they're only 4 ounces each, and you need 6 ounces. Go ahead and add your peanuts in and make sure you stir it really well to coat it with that chocolate. And then go ahead and add in your pretzels and make sure that they're small bite-sized pieces. Now here I'll put some non-stick aluminum foil down on my counter. I did not need to put butter on it because this candy does not stick to it. And all I did was just take a spoon and put spoonfuls of it onto the foil. And if you want, you can use a cookie scoop. That would be fine too. I just felt it was easier just to do it with this with the spoon. Then I do about 3 to maybe 6 of them at a time, and then I'll go and stop and put the sprinkles on it. That way they'll stick to it because it's still wet. And I just went ahead and continued on, and this makes a lot of little candies. And I believe the recipe said it makes 96 of these candies. I think I may have about 70 something. I can't remember exactly, but it just depends on how large or small you're going to make the candy. And I will definitely say this is the easiest treat you will make. All you need is a bag of Oreo cookies, either double stuffed or regular, a bag of candy melts, any color, and a candy mold. And this one's from Wilton, and I bought this off of Amazon a couple of years ago. But all you're going to do is melt your chocolate, and you're going to spoon it into the mold. Make sure you get the sides of it, and you want enough in there that it's going to cover the Oreo. Now go ahead and take the Oreo and put it into the mold and just press it down. And I decided I wanted the whole Oreo covered, so I went ahead and took the melted chocolate and just put a little bit on the back and tried to get it on the sides to let it drip down. Now I went ahead and tapped it a little bit just to get some of the air bubbles out and to get that chocolate to move around the cookie. Also, I was looking at it above just to make sure that the whole cookie was covered with that chocolate. You can still make this even if you don't have a candy mold. All you need to do is melt the chocolate in a bowl, put your Oreo cookie in there, stir it up, coat it really well, and just strip the excess off with the fork and just put it on your foil, and then you have a sweet treat. Now you definitely can do these in different colors. I just went with the red this time, but you can definitely do green, you can do white, you can do blue for the snowflakes, and I think they would really come out cute. This is just what I did for this time. I hope this video has given you some inspiration to make something homemade this year for Christmas. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're interested in seeing more videos like it, please click the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you will be notified when I post new videos. Thank y'all and have a blessed day.